It is kind of Starlink day today here on EP Live. I wanted to play the game. Now, we showed a lot of footage from the Star Fox version of the game, which is the superior version of the title for sure, even if the graphics are better on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But I wanted to show you a little bit of the PlayStation 4 game in motion. And before I do, Farmer says, would it be wiser to buy Starlink digitally so that one doesn't have to manage so many toys? I think that all depends on your predilection. I think if you like the toys, you're going to have a lot of fun, mixing and matching the different weapons and trying out the different wing configurations in physical form. But you can also do that digitally. You can do all of that mix and match stuff, and I'll show you digitally. Because I did not get the. I just got the game. I just got a code for the game. I did not get the attachment so I could stick the system or the ships onto the controller like I did with the Nintendo version. So let's give it a shot. Blake's going to come out here and join us, and this is Let's Play and Chat with Starlink: A Battle for Atlas. So feel free to ask us any questions or throw up any comments, anything that you want. Don't throw up in real life, just throw comments at us. And let's play a little Starlink. Okay, we're going to try a new game. Here we go. We'll try normal difficulty. We'll brighten it up just a little bit for you guys. Put it right about there. Does that look okay?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, here we go. Let us know how it sounds, how it looks. It is not in VR grid. Sorry, buddy. It does seem like a suitable candidate for some VR. It'd be fun to do a segment on changing the toys while you've got the VR headset on.
That's probably why it's not on VR. Hi, everyone. Because Ubisoft is all about VR, aren't they, right?
Yeah, they have a lot of VR stuff.
That's probably why they didn't do it.
I just want to see somebody fumbling around with their VR set, trying to mix and match and to see what kinds of toys that they hobble together. They're slapping on Skylanders onto their spaceships and stuff.
You could put the ship on the VR headset, so you have it like on your head.
Yep.
And then you're like flying it by moving your head.
I'm gonna play as Judge, who I think is pretty cool. I like Mason. He's got kind of cool hair. I like that. And this guy's a little bit annoying, but he's also got some funny stuff. This is Levi. He's pretty cool. Shade is my daughter's favorite. She's badass, and I don't know if my daughter's into knives or something, but
I like this. What is this creature here? This green dude.
This is a character that you meet later on.
He's cool.
They give you him digitally unlocked right away. So you meet some of these characters along the way, and then you get him. This one is kind of like one of the
alien?
He's like an Oddworld character, isn't he?
Yeah.
From the Oddworld and Habs. So I'm going to be the robot. I like robots. So here we go. We go into this. I turned the music down, so we might not get any. Oh, that might have been a mistake.
Thanks for the super chat,
okay, here we go. Here we go. Judge. Okay, so now you can choose any of the 5 ships. Of course, there is no R-Wing in the PlayStation 4 version of the game.
What?
Yep, so...
Unacceptable.
Yeah. I like...
What's
I don't
Sony
have
character?
this one. I don't have that one. I have these 3 and the R-Wing, so I don't have this one or that one. I'm going to choose this one.
What Sony character could they have had as the exclusive in place of Star
Jack
Fox?
and Daxter. Or Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. Have Kratos flying around in a ship.
Well, Ratchet and Clank would have been amazing.
And on the Xbox version, what would that be? Halo? Probably Halo, right?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Or, yeah, it would have been Halo. Or Gears. No, Gears doesn't really have spaceships. Okay, so you have different types of weapons. I didn't go into... My review was getting lengthy. It was all done in real time, as you know, but I didn't go into all of the different weapon types and stuff that you have. You have fire weapons and stasis weapons and freeze rays. And so I've got a freeze weapon right now, and I'm going to put a flamethrower, because this is kind of a good way to start.
Seems really complicated.
Already, right? Like, this is the first thing. Like, I can already mod my weapons.
I'm overwhelmed just watching.
Yeah, I can mod my weapons right now, but I don't have any mods, so I got to go out and get those. Okay, so here we go.
So you're doing this digitally, but if you had the toys, you could do this with toys?
Yeah, it'll...
You mod, like, the weapons?
No, you don't mod the weapons in physical form. You do it in the game. So you're still in the menu a lot.
I saw that in the commercial, the little kids taking out the weapons and stuff.
Well, you can change the weapons, but you can't mod the weapons. You basically improve the weapons.
But when I take a weapon out and put a new weapon in, it registers that in the game,
Yes,
right?
it does. It has... That weapon has been improved. Okay. So whatever ship you put it on, the physical version of that, it will work at that skill level. It's just like the Skylanders kind of deal. So
yeah, and these are your little USB things that attach them together.
Okay, so this is the the big ship. I called it the Elysium or something. I can't remember what it is.
The Enterprise.
I turned the music down. Okay, so I do have voiceover.
Someone is asking, yeah, VR Grid, only the Switch version has an exclusive character.
Yeah.
Is that a Beyond Good and Evil shirt he's wearing?
Could be.
Is that the monkey?
That is the monkey. Yeah, I think you're right.
I swear to God, I'm standing by my conspiracy that they made this with the same technology that they're making Beyond Good and Evil 2 with.
Well, they probably said, "Look, we can get into the space stuff." I mean, this.
Yeah, because looking at it, how you fly into the planet and then fly out, like that's like that No Man's Sky.
Sure.
That's what Beyond Good and Evil 2 is.
Well, and I'm sure that they're thinking, from the business standpoint of getting younger people into some space exploration as one of their future.
And then in 2 or 3 years, when Beyond Good and Evil 2 comes
right.
out.
I'm sure. They're not dumb over there.
Ubisoft knows how to get the most out of their buck,
Yeah.
They're smart. Faramer has a question. If I buy a ship, can I use it on the Switch and the PS4?
Yes.
So these are
except the R-Wing, and because I don't have the thing.
You need an adapter, right?
Yeah, I don't have the adapter, so I couldn't even try the R-Wing. I was curious what would happen.
So the adapters are specific to a console.
Yes.
But the ships aren't.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's the same kind of stuff that Disney Infinity, because there were exclusive stuff with Disney and Skylanders. Remember they had the Donkey Kong characters in Skylanders?
Yeah, they had Skylanders Amiibo.
Yeah, you couldn't use those anywhere else other than on
but they were
the
still
Wii U.
Skylanders branded Amiibo.
Yeah.
She's not gonna make it.
Taz, no, I'm not going to be in Ontario with Vic when Red Dead comes out. So maybe I'll play your copy when you get it?
Yeah. Sure, that'll happen.
I don't know. I'm not as excited for Red Dead as everyone else is.
Really?
I'm not a big cowboy guy.
Wow. Okay.
If it were Grand Theft Auto, I'd be excited.
Right.
I mean, I'm still going to play it. I'm just not dying to play it.
The thing about Red Dead is because we all played the first one and were blown away by it, and I imagine you were too, right? You were impressed by it. But we know what that experience is going to feel like.
Yeah.
To a degree, right? They can't shock us with. It can't suddenly turn into Assassin's Creed. Like it is.
Rockstar does a pretty good job of shaking things up.
Oh, I know they will, but for the most part, we have this sort of built-in sort of appreciation of what the mechanics and the story and the vibe of Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be.
Yeah, but
with Grand Theft, we have no idea where they're going to take us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because
we might
Grand
be in
Theft Auto
a
takes place
spaceship
today.
in Grand Theft Auto.
They have more to do, but you'll be surprised when you play this game.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely going to pull something out that you're not expecting.
We'll be surprised and appreciative of the nuance in the game. But I think the overall meta feel of the title will be like, wow, we are in a vastly improved Wild West.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the one challenge that they have. I'm going to skip this. Basically what happens is the old guy gets taken because he's got some abilities, and then you got to try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so we start off in space, and we're flying around.
Shade, what's your status? Single.
Jordan Cunningham, yeah, you can. Jordan Cunningham wants to know if you can mix and match between digital and physical ships. You can do that, right?
Yes.
Like if I buy some of the ships physically and the other ones digitally, I can still kind of use them.
I'm a little confused about how. I don't quite know how much mixing and matching you can do, because I know that there's like a time limit. You unlock this stuff on. Tell us if it's too loud. I think it might be too loud. Turn this down.
Let me check.
I got it. I turned it down.
I gotta check it relative.
Okay. I think you can. You can. I'll let Blake turn this down. I think I'm getting drowned out by laser fire. Okay, so it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Not a bad little opening. Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It's loud in my head, in my ear. Okay. No, it's okay. I'll take it out of one. There is definitely some mix and match. On the Switch, there's like a time limit. If you have the physical stuff and you unlock the stuff physically, there's a time limit for how long it will operate digitally when you go into portable mode. It's kind of confusing, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And also, like, they got the stuff to us last week, not 2 weeks ago, so I haven't had 2 weeks with everything. I've had, a few days with everything. And so I've got a good feel on the gameplay, but I don't have every single thing figured out with every permutation across every version of the game right now. But I think if you dig the idea and dig the game and the characters,
they want parents to be confused so that they buy more than they need to.
No, I think what it is that it's a big ordeal to get physical objects on store shelves all at the same time, everywhere, and ship a game that works, and you can mix and match all the stuff and take the things off of docks and things like it's a tremendous undertaking, and like Disney pulled out, you know, like, and you'd think of any of the companies, Disney would have stayed with it. They had all these brands.
But didn't we? I won't say his name, but we were chatting with somebody who works at Disney at E3 a few years ago. Do you remember this? And they were telling us how part of the reason why Disney Infinity was financially unsuccessful is because Disney overestimated and made too many toys.
Yes.
So if they had managed it better, it still would have been profitable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's incredibly difficult, and I think that Ubisoft did the best that they could on getting these packages to reviewers and to people to kind of break it down for people. But I think there's going to be a lot of confusion about how you can, you know, interact with all of this stuff and play with all this stuff because it's here. Like it's out tomorrow, and people are probably combing through reviews and watching reviews and playthrough. The core of the game is very good, though. It's very solid with a cool story, and yeah, I think this is Grax right here. He's taking the Saint Grand, the older guy, and he's blowing up the ship, and bad things are going to happen.
This is unique, though, in the Toys to Life. This ability to mix and match, like to take the thing apart and play with it.
Yes,
that's new.
Yes. And it would be cool if there, like, the characters popped out and you could run around as a character, or if there were other types of vehicles like tanks and things like that on the ground, or little, you know,
yeah.
light
I think
speeders.
Ubisoft is banking on part of the profitability of this being that kids will just want the toys.
No.
You think of like Skylanders, and you said this about Disney Infinity, because
Yeah.
the toys for Disney Infinity were never that good.
Well,
you
they
couldn't
they
really
were
play with them.
exceptional models, but they were too small,
and you couldn't play with them.
And they could have been great as action
Like
figures,
I'm
yeah.
thinking, like I'm putting myself in like my 10-year-old body.
Yeah.
Like I would sit and play with this
Sure.
as a toy.
Totally.
If there was no game.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Ubisoft is probably banking on parents and kids walking into the store, seeing this and wanting
Equinox,
just this.
not Elysium. Elysium was the movie. Okay, so we are going to we crash landed on this planet, and we're gonna flip the spaceship around, and we're gonna go fly around and start getting into some missions here.
I'm getting a Star Trek vibe from the design of some of these ships.
It's cool.
It's smaller, but it reminds me of a Vulcan cruiser.
Oh, okay.
They have that sort of circular thing at the end.
Yeah, they've done a good job with the ships.
Because Ubisoft has made Star Trek games, so I'm betting
okay.
there's probably some
Well,
cross influence there.
I mean, they're all separate studios, right?
Yeah, but that's all the Ubisoft family.
I don't think they're all talking to each other like that.
But isn't Ubisoft known for doing having different studios helping out on different things where their strong suits are? Like, oh, we know this
Sure,
studio
but
is good at.
in context of there being an influence from Star Trek, I would think that's just fans of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Not
Sure.
necessarily
Okay, fine.
a cross-studio conversation about
Star Trek influences everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so the Equinox is busted out, and I'm fighting bad guys right away. Some Legion bad guys. Legion, I feel like they're in every game, the Legion. So these guys, right away in the game, they tell you that if you mix and match your weapons in some interesting ways, some elemental ways, like I've got a fire and I've got an ice weapon, you can get some good combo effects and blow up characters in some interesting ways that way.
But yeah, so
I need to know what time it is, because
it's
okay.
2:10. Okay, we're gonna play for 20 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Jordan Cunningham was asking earlier about mixing and matching digital and physical ships.
Yeah.
The reason he was asking was because wants the R-Wing toy, like the physical toy of the Star Fox R-Wing,
Yeah.
but doesn't want to buy any of the other physical toys. You would have to be able to do that.
I think so. I don't think they lock all of that stuff.
I don't know, but I would guess you can.
But the weird thing is that I have the toys and I've unlocked the ships physically in the Switch, and then I have the digital version of this, and all of the stuff is unlocked. So I feel like I've got everything unlocked, and I can play with any stuff I want. The I don't know what it's like to just have one toy. I don't know what kind of core game experience you're going to have. And I will tell you that I'm choosing to play all of the stuff on the Switch version as Star Fox. I'm playing it like I'm playing a Star Fox game.
These toys are really cool.
They are cool.
I'm just looking at, like, this toy, like, I would sit and play with this as a kid. Like, this little skull thing on the back, this thing is cool.
They succeeded, for sure. They did. I mean, cool. Mission accomplished on this. The only thing is, like, how do you get this story out so enough people... But you know what? Toys launch all the time that I've never heard of, and then they become massive success stories because the kids rally around that. And presumably they've done a lot of focus testing on all this stuff with kids, and they know where they're going to go with that stuff.
If I had kids, I would buy this for them and then steal it from them. Play with it myself.
Most parents do that kind of thing, for sure. Yeah, they're definitely cooler than they were going to get into ships and things. I think with Disney Infinity, they were going towards that, but they're definitely cooler than the little Lego ships that you get.
Okay, so over to another Ubisoft property, Vic. Cody J has a burning question.
Yes.
Should I buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey now or wait for the price to drop?
Oh man, it depends on what you're playing, how many things you've got on the go. It's an excellent game. If you didn't play Origins and didn't beat everything with Origins,
yeah, play that.
Start there and then go to this one.
Platinum Origins.
Yeah.
The thing is though, with Assassin's Creed, the problem is if you wait too long for the price to drop, the next Assassin's Creed game will be out.
Well, the good news is Odyssey's got more content coming all throughout next year. Okay, so
yeah, that's a good point, because next year when they release expansions and stuff, they'll have like a collector's edition that you can buy the game and the expansion for like what the base price is right now.
Yep, next year for sure.
That's something to consider.
So you can scan some of the creatures.
Now, none of this is randomly generated like No Man's Sky, right?
No, it's all orchestrated, and the creatures are endemic to the planet that you're on, and to the different kind of world. There's different kinds of worlds as well. Of course, ice planets and sort of swampy planets, and this is the Tatooine-like planet.
I was just gonna, this is Tatooine. They have Hoth and Dagobah. These are cool looking.
Oh, it's
things.
great.
Cool
yeah.
looking.
And it does look much better on the PlayStation 4, by the way, than it does on the Switch. The Switch is not a slouch, but it looks better.
There's the surprise of the century.
Yeah.
And you've been playing this on the... Is this the Pro that we're playing this on right now?
We're playing it on the Pro, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know what kind... We're not patched through to any kind of HDR source or anything like that, but I did take a look at it on my Pro at home and on my 4K TV, and I don't think it does HDR on the Pro, at least not yet.
Do you think they will be...
Oh, here's an interesting question from Warco.
Let's hope so.
I'm going to Montreal. Do any of the local Montreal studios, including Ubisoft, have a store for the public to visit?
Ubisoft opened a place in Montreal.
And it's open to the public?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's like Ubisoft World or Ubi World or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember talking about that. Yeah, that's on where that amusement park is, right?
Yeah. Now we require fuel. Can you help us?
Montreal.
Sometimes you can reach out to the studios as well, and they'll invite you in for a tour or something like that.
Yeah, Nintendo has a really cool store, but it's employees only. Like Nintendo in Seattle.
Yeah,
that store's awesome.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about that store? Is that?
I think everybody knows.
It's really cool.
Yeah. So he's the first character you meet, and then you can in the digital version you unlock him and you got him. Okay, in the thicket.
I will eliminate them.
Okay, so I gotta go find his friend. So this is kind of your first mission now. It's an open world, and I'll show you. Here's the star map. So it's a full, like almost like, remember when Ratchet and Clank started doing this, and Mario Odyssey and stuff. You can go anywhere on this map, on this globe map, and you will start to unravel more of it, and more of this fog of war disappears and stuff. But there's little objectives everywhere. Like each one of these dots is something to collect or something to fight, but my mission is over there. Okay, so let's go tackle that imp hive.
This is funny, the little faces that are, like you see their face, their head and shoulders when they talk to you.
I love it. It's really cool.
They're just like standing there but not moving.
What I think is hilarious is that in every interpretation of the future, like this holographic kind of heads-up display thing, it's always with some kind of static or some kind of something that sort of, you know, manipulates the image so it's not working pristine. And I would think if that technology existed at all, if we had hyperspace technology, the first thing we're going to do is be able to transmit signals, you know, in 8K quality or better.
But in the logic
you know?
of the reason they're doing it
is to show
so
you
that you know they're not just there.
Yes, sure, yeah.
But and also in the logic of the story, there's probably tachyon particles and subspace interference and.
Okay.
You know.
I just always think it's weird. I guess, and it's also a nod to what Star Wars did as well with all of its rudimentary communications. Luke, you've switched off your targeting computer.
George Lucas just did that, like with the static and the hologram in Star Wars, because it looks cool.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only reason he did.
Well,
because he did that in THX 1138 as well.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody that builds any communication technology in anything always does it too.
They are not happy to see me.
Yet we are reactivating dead rovers on Mars right now. And in my research on First Man, I found out that a lot of the footage that was filmed by the camera landing on the moon for the first time was in HD.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they
shot it on film.
Well, they had camera sensor technology that was just out of this world great, and they had no ability to transmit at that level. But there's some incredible footage from the first land.
And it's just sitting there on the moon?
No, it's been brought back. I would imagine that it's on YouTube.
Did they shoot it on film?
I don't know.
Because if you shoot it on film, that's better than HD. That's like the equivalent of 4K.
I'm not sure. Okay, so I blew up an imp hive. Glaire's watch is a new location. We've got 27% of this planet is uncovered. And
I like that the dinosaur is named Carl.
Should appear on your map.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and so now I can just keep going to these question marks.
Oh, we got a super chat from Creed, or from VR Grid saying,
hey, VR Grid,
don't forget about Creed.
Oh yes, I won't. I will play Creed. I've got Call of Duty in the hopper, and hopefully I'm getting a code for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, Adrian Leon is asking, will you also be playing the Xbox One version of Call of Duty Black Ops 4?
No, I'm only going to be playing PlayStation 4 version.
Why is that?
Because I've only got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fair answer.
I'm going to level up on that game. I don't think I'm going to have time to level up on both games.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Oh, I got to go blow up an extractor. Okay, you do this a lot. You got to go blow up extractors, and you get some cool doodads. Oh, there's some.
Matthew Winstone is asking.
New creatures.
Can you just fly up whenever you want, or are you stuck to the ground?
My flight engines are disabled right now, but later I can. Yes, except if there's some interference in the sky, and they want to force you to be sort of ground-based. Right now, they're teaching you. I would say. This is like 80% of the game, 80% of the mechanics is the planet exploration, which is a little bit weird that they didn't let you A, hop out of the craft because you're on land so much, or B, give you a different sort of skew on the landing craft. And I'm wondering if that was part of the original design, like maybe these things transformed into, you know, tired, like things with tires or hover jets or something like that.
Star Fox thing where it turns into like a AT-AT walker.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was part of the initial
They announced
design.
this a long time ago, didn't they? Like 2 years ago?
2016?
Yeah, so that's like 2.5 years ago they announced this. So yeah, I wonder if they were
I'm sure the scope was huge. They always are. Still, they accomplished a very, very big and ambitious project. Albeit with a lot of learning from watching other people try things, you know, like this. I don't know if this would exist quite like this without No Man's Sky coming out and watching that and going, "Whoa, that's too complicated. Let's not do that."
Sky
yeah,
inspired.
Yeah, for sure. And also, you know, Disney Infinity and Skylanders.
And yeah, like I said, this to me feels like a proof of concept for Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's what it feels like to me.
It's fun scanning the, it's fun just exploring the nooks and crannies of each one of these planets. You're going to do a lot of the same stuff over and over. Every game has that, but it's just, the mechanics are fun, the ship's cool.
You're scanning everything.
Yep, and then new discovery, it shows up in your collection, so I've got all of these different things here.
That just looks like a kid with a backpack.
Which?
Like it's just like a like a present day kid.
Yes.
With like a backpack and a hoodie.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. But here's my question, Vic. If you're scanning everything,
yes,
why was the tie-in Star Fox and not Metroid?
Oh, that would have been great too.
They could have had you're flying around in Samus's ship right now.
Well, Samus isn't really a space shooter though. Okay, so let's go blow up this thing here. I love these giant skeletons and stuff. This is gorgeous. Really cool.
Tyler Fisher, question. Any possibility of new EPN mug variants? Sizes, styles, etc.
Yeah, I haven't had time to kind of think about new merch at all. And remember, we got the merch store or the landing page open at epn.tv/merch. That's the easiest way to kind of browse what we have built so far. But yes, I want to have new T-shirt designs. I want to have another coffee and some new different mug variants. Just haven't had time, guys. Like we're trying to get you content. The content takes time.
We played this part at E3.
Yeah, you do a lot of this. Yeah. So yes, there is a very good possibility. And I know that people would dig stuff that's just called Reviews on the Run or Electric Playground as well. So trust me, it's in our minds. And we will have news on that as soon as we can.
Here's an interesting question from Tyler Dub.
Yeah.
Question, is it not a bit crummy of Nintendo to only allow the Star Fox portion on the Switch?
In the same way that Spider-Man's only playable on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so that would be crummy of Sony too. You know, when you think about it, like, I mean, I never even thought of that, because, like, well, of course Star Fox is only on the Switch version.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of it, kind of put yourself outside of the game industry, like...
Yep.
Kind of would make sense for Nintendo to do
that. That's why mobile's making so much money, guys. They don't have to think about any of that BS, you know? And if you look up a game, if you look up if you are into Star Wars and you look up Star Wars, you're going to get a lot of Star Wars on the mobile app store, you know? If you look up Spider-Man, you're going to have a bunch of Spider-Man games. They're not great games. Some are okay, but you know, mobile doesn't have anything, like, they don't have to worry about that at all. And it's the way it should be in the future, you know? It's the way it should be now. We shouldn't have these gates.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Nintendo wants to drive Switches. They want to sell Switches, and you don't do that by letting your valuable IP on Sony or Microsoft's platform.
I think you could.
That's their logic. No, I agree with you, but I'm saying that's their thinking.
Yeah, I think you could, just like you you put your Animal Crossing on mobile, you're going to get people interested in Animal Crossing as an IP, and they're going to go to the Switch and get it. If they put Animal Crossing on the PlayStation 4, I think the same kind of thing would happen.
Fascinating.
Jordan Cunningham, question. Hey Vic.
Yo.
Are you going to watch the new Halloween movie?
I will watch it. When does it come out? Is it this
next
week?
Next week. Next week.
If it's this week...
I think it's this week.
I'm going to find out about a screening probably right after we're done EP Live today, and then try to coordinate with Johnny to see if Film Fury can go to that together, meaning both of us. Next week I'm out of town. But yeah, I want to see that. I'm not a crazy horror film guy. I like The Quiet Place. I like good movies. I don't like just scary stuff.
The first Halloween is a good movie, though.
Yeah.
John Carpenter knows it. You know,
so I love John Carpenter.
I don't know. I'm cautiously pessimistic about the new one, because there've been a lot of shitty Halloween sequels.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one, John Carpenter is producing it, and he's at a point where he doesn't need to be involved in something unless he wants to. Like, he doesn't need the money. He doesn't need anything. Like, if he chooses to be a producer on a film, like, it's because he genuinely wants to, which to me bodes well for the film.
Okay, so here's what we do quite a bit. We pull objects out of the world like this. Like, I'm picking up these plants called bone fruits, and they have
Cool.
You kind of tug back on the ship, and it pulls it out of the thing. So you do that a lot, and sometimes they're moving.
Is there a control where you can, like, pull?
No, and honestly, I should have said that in the review too. I think it was weird for there to be such an elaborate way to attach these pretty sizable toys to a controller, and then not give kids the ability to fly the game like they're flying.
You can't do that?
No.
I just assumed you could.
It's all thumbstick.
Why? What is the point?
I checked the controls on the Switch, and when I handed the controller to my daughter, I had to kind of teach her the right thumbstick is the camera, and I had to explain it in those
That
terms.
seems so
That's the way that you
why,
look.
Why would you attach the thing to the controller if you can't do that?
At least I don't think you can. Maybe there will be an update, or you know, if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you can fly the ships around like that. It's an honest game. Like this is you need to look around and fly everywhere and stuff. And if you were trying to do that like this, it would be really hard to play it.
That seems crazy.
There should be a mode at least where you can just fly the ships.
Why would you
like
attach the thing to the controller otherwise? Maybe so it's right there so you can swap shit.
Pretty cool having the R-Wing attached to my controller. At first I was like, man, that's big.
But what's the point if you're not...
I have the R-Wing attached to my... This is so cool!
Oh, hey, I have a question.
And Star Fox on the inside. It's so great.
About that, though, when you... The controller attachment thing for the Switch, is
yes.
it for the Pro controller?
No, I thought it was. It's actually... You take two Joy-Cons, and I guess they did that so that anybody that has any... You know, because you always get the two Joy-Con controllers with the Switch. So you take it off of your Switch, or if you have two extra ones, you use those.
So they didn't design one that works with both?
No.
Targets destroyed.
Well, that's weird.
The other thing about this is that you're not really holding down. You can charge. You can charge your weapons up a little bit and then send out a bigger shot. But you're doing a lot of tapping on the trigger buttons, and when I played the Switch game in portable mode, my fingers started to hurt. And honestly, my fingers started to hurt even on the PlayStation 4 controller because you're doing a lot of this to blast at everything. But in portable mode on the Switch, it really started to get uncomfortable. But playing it on the Joy-Con attachment thing, it felt fine. Played it for hours without any issues. But you are doing a lot of tapping.
This is reminding me of Borderlands, this area that you're in.
Yeah, because we're in the desert kind of deal. Okay, so I'm freeing some of these bases and establishments and stuff like that as we go along the way. Oh, you know what? I can switch, because this is digital, I can switch to any ship I want. So let's mod weapons. How do I do that?
Blade Blur is asking when we're going to play Super Mario Party.
Oh yes, we gotta do that.
When Nintendo says they won't flag us for playing it.
We got it's just a huge commitment, right? Like the shortest ones are like an hour.
It's a huge commitment.
Pilot skills. Let's see. Here we go.
Playing Mario Party is like.
How do I change? There is a way to change these things. Maybe I can't change in the middle of a fight. Oh, change loadout. Okay, so change to this guy. Why not? And we're gonna. I can change any of the wings that I want, so let's put this wing on, and let's put that wing. So I have two different wings. I still have the weapons that I had before. Let's put any other weapon that I want. Let's put that one on. You can hear some of the sound effects on the speaker on your PlayStation 4 controller as well. And then let's put that one on there. Let's see what that does. Okay, and I'm going to change my character. Let's put Levi in.
Can you? Is this a thing you're supposed to be able to do? Putting the one ship thing on another one?
Yeah, you can do it. You can mix and match any way that you want. Yeah.
Can I put the gun on backwards like I just did?
Yes, you can. You can shoot behind you. And really? when I first set up one of the games, I was shooting behind me. I'm like, why am I not hitting anything? And it was shooting behind me.
It's because you had the gun on wrong?
Yeah. And I have some mods here. I picked up some mods, so you stick some of these things in there. A big chunk of time is going to be spent like Diablo-esque style. Oh, I put something else in there. Modifying your weaponry like this. So I've got weapon ammo. Oh, unequipable.
How do I put the pilot in? Where do you put the pilot in?
The pilot goes in the bottom right here. You gotta pull that thing out like that. Oh. See, it's a little sticky, a little tricky. It's not as...
They probably don't want it falling apart.
No.
Oh, and then the pilot actually goes up inside.
Yeah.
So they can see out of the
You can see the pilot.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's neat. Yeah, I know that if I were 10 years old right now, my mother would hate this game.
Yeah.
Because she would be waiting in line at Toys R Us to buy every little ship and thing.
So I have a totally different ship, totally different character. And I've modified the ship in physical construct and also modded the weapons and stuff. So you can see there's a lot of permutations. And then I'm going to deliver an item right here. I mean, this is very tried and true RPG type gameplay. I'm upgrading the sensors or whatever stuff is going on here. And then he tells you about Nova.
Isn't that from Guardians of the Galaxy? Nova Corps?
Yeah, and the Nova is this awesome energy source that powers the... It's not the Elysium, what the hell was the ship called?
Equinox.
Equinox, thank you. Okay.
Just have to find that darn assistant.
So I gotta
they even like have 2 different things on it, so you can...
Okay, so now I can go out into space. You guys ready? Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, Equinox, I need to get some fuel.
See you soon.
I gotta fuel up the Equinox. There we go. So you'll see the Equinox has crash landed on this planet.
Oh, there's your robot guy. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like these toys. These are cool.
Right?
I might steal these from you, Vic.
No, you're not. They're gonna be all around me in my gaming nook. Yeah, Ubisoft pulled it off. I'm very impressed. I'll be talking to those guys soon too, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how well this sells.
What the heck?
That's me too. That's going to be the big question.
That's going to be like if this fails, you know, Vivendi could come after them again.
No, they're not. they're fine now.
Do the pilots make a difference, or are they just
yes?
The weapons?
Yes, they do. I mean, it comes down to your maneuverability and your weaponry and stuff, depending on the skills of the pilots.
Okay,
you're upgrading everything. Like they'll just add firepower or defensive resistance or something like that. And that's true of all the modifications for your ship and for your weapons as well. That's what you're kind of tuning. But like I say, it would be great if you could pop out and get into some on-foot action as well. Maybe for a sequel. So here's the big mothership, all crash landed.
Is there collision damage?
Like you'll see it on the ship?
You
No.
crash your ship into stuff?
No, you'll just see that the I'll fly into something and you can see that I get kind of hurt. You can tell you're screwed up.
Does it? But could you destroy your ship though
No.
by flying into that?
No. You just recover, and then your health regenerates. That's the 2 little health bars down below. Okay, so we are here. We're going to upgrade the Equinox. We're going to build the core systems and...
Nice. If we find any more goodies around here, maybe
When did you say you wanted to
the
stop?
Equinox even more.
2:30, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Until
2:30
then,
now.
let's see if
Okay.
this works.
Yeah.
Are we done?
It's a big game, and it's very fun. And they did a very good job putting all this stuff together. So he tells you we got this all working again, and then they get off into space, and then you go fly into space, and then you're jumping around between the different planets and stuff. Super cool. Ubi, you did it.
Okay, bye everyone.
Yes. Okay, you guys, I'm going to live stream gameplay of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. You know I am. Tomorrow, in fact, we're going to play a little Call of Duty Black Ops 4 right here on EP Live. But that's going to do it for us today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back again tomorrow with new content for you. In the meantime, check out the other material that we've built. Let us know what you think of all of our stuff. Hit subscribe, hit that little bell if you dig us. And don't forget you can sign up and become an EPN member, which is kind of sponsoring the content, which we rock. Which rocks. And we have the EPN.TV merch page, which will send you to all the cool things that you can wear. And it was rad to be at the Vancouver Fan Expo, and people were picking up the T-shirts and you know, wanted to say hi and all that stuff. It still blows my mind that people wear the EPN brand on their chests. It's very cool. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, and until then, play forever.